Yes, finally. And then the lights go. Man. Hey guys. What happened to the sun? The sun was just out right now. I don't want to switch on the light. Maskat machinane. Hi guys, how are you? You know when it's live, when it's time for live, it's time for fun. How are you guys? Welcome to Zuva Nation. My name is Zuva Habane. Hi. And this is my love, no like Indian, but love and likes back. Hello, Hilda. There you go. Veronica, you're not the first. It's Hilda. Yes, Zuva. And then there's Veronica Kaduk. Hi, Rachel. Hi, guys. Hello. Amanda Zuva Habane. Hello, Faith Mashad. Faith Mashad, I'm still upset with you. You thought I forgot you. Really? You're my home girl. Childhood friends are always the good friends. Childhood friends are safe friends. Yeah. Hi, Mavis Teresa. Hello, Portia Msonza. Tulani Hazel. Shumi Magumi se. Yes, Vans, yes, Lee Mpiwa. Ru and Ruan. Hello, Katie, darling. Katie, I'm sorry. Sorry. Bonyongwa. Okay, I thought you meant your name is Drew Bonyora. Hey guys, I hope you're good. Okay, I've got two reasons why I'm doing a live in my sitting room. What did she lounge? Okay, first, the study. Every time I want to do a live this hour, the sun, TJ, right in the study. It's super hot and uncomfortable. So I decided, let me find a cool place. So I came to my living room. So police, please pardon me. Don't even judge me. This is why this guy can't imba yangu mchenomba. No bronze. Mchenomba no bronze. Oh no, serious, those guys are brutal. So can't get it. Yeah, confidence. Okay, let's get to it. You guys, Elliot. Hello, Bushe. How are you, Bushe? Dube, Kevin. Guys, I can't greet you. Okay, fine. Hello. Oh, let's just talk. Napinda and Elliot. You know, I live in South Africa, Johannesburg, right? And when I got to work, it was not about there's a pastor who what resurrected the person. No, it was your Zimbabwean people, your people. I'm thinking, what? Because yes, the guys from Zimbabwe. So who else is embarrassed by Elliot? No, seriously, who else is embarrassed? Let me start off by this. If you are those people who are not in my church, those Pentecostal churches. Those I was HIV positive, now I'm HIV negative churches. You know those. I'm not dissing on your church, but those churches, okay. Hands my TD has okay. Guys, I can't and concern about you more messy. Then you as we go. I didn't ignore you. I'll come back to my comments and I'll personally greet you if I don't call out your name, right? So, if you know that you are of these pastors, I don't want to name them by name. I don't know all of them, but please, this life is not for you. It's also ganga. Take a break, please, because I do time now. All right, I've got nothing against your religion and your beliefs, but damn it, now Pastor Alpha Elliot ruined it for all of us. But I can just imagine. Elliot wasn't dead. We know this. Elliot wasn't dead. This was, call it whatever you want to call it. Elliot left his house on Wednesday, from what I understand, with his girlfriend. And apparently that girl who's sitting next to him when he's eating, the one who looks so cold. I don't know why she, hey. I don't know, but I can go to such like this, right? That's Elliot's girlfriend. Not a lie, right? So Elliot left his house on Wednesday. Elliot, This guy left his house on Wednesday. I know Gara ku Pretoria, ku Mamelodi. If there are any Zimbabweans in Pretoria, Mamelodi, not Hamotsi Kushio. No. He stays in Pretoria in Mamelodi, and his landlord. This is how I knew this was a fake resurrection. How do you resurrect someone from the dead and no one runs away? This is how I knew this was a fake resurrection. No one ran away. Instead, hey! As that's the wife, girlfriend, whatever. Apa vakangoti baba mwana na baba mwana namo yatipura mujoni, namo yatipura mpritori. Regaitise plan. So they did that. It's staged, okay? Mamelodi, that's where they stay. So their landlord said to the news people, Elliot left home on Wednesday with his shebang. Probably, I have a feeling that's when they passed through Small Street to buy that silk suit and all the gloves and the whole shebang. Right? And then they went to Santon, where the pastor stays in the mansion, and they were rehearsing since Wednesday. Right? Now, if somebody dies, your address is put in deceased and all that, Jessica. Landlord didn't know anything about the movie. Can't you people, you're looking for Elliot for non-profitable situations. I'm looking for Elliot because it's month and Elliot has not paid his rent. That's wrong. Elliot got paid by this pastor. The least he can do is pay rent. He skipped out. Now he can't go back and stay in the same place. Like, seriously. So pastor is out there. The landlord is also trying to look for Elliot for Mareke rent. And nobody informed the pastor. Nobody informed the landlord that Elliot died. Landlord, just like you and me, minding my own business on Facebook. Benengo, I'm like, oh my God. So landlord is looking for Elliot. But you know what? Do you know what? Out of all this guy, and I've seen I was sick. Now he's working. We all know that's fake, guys. We all know that's fake, right? I'm not worried about that. About people buying the story. And I'm worried about, did you see the video? Did you guys see the video? The church when he was eating. The people behind. There is more than 1,000 people behind that believe things like this. We have people amongst us in this society that believe that this is happening. If I went, imagine, right? If I was part of that and I didn't believe it, I would have just walked out. But no, they wanted to be part of the scandal. There are more than 2,000 people in that church that believe this. They believe it. Like, we are making jokes and my challenge, right? Resurrection challenge and all. They're actually taking offense. They will stand by their pastor. Like, this is very dangerous. And they to choose a Zimbabwean of all people. Sakatane namuere chokwadi. Budakundi that Zimbabwe. Tine namuere chokwadi. Diyokuva ndanyamera kuva. Elliot, if you're still in the country, boy, don't worry, Mazimba talk about choppers. Talk about it. Unless you cross the border to Zimbabwe. Please, Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe. Especially Harare, obvious. Kanapo wanoka tumaridoko wanigada kwenda. Achada kutanga kuvaka. So, kanapo wa mari Elliot. Vanema construction company. Never no tengesa jechauku. No one tengesa shuku. Please look out for this. Tofano sa picture Elliot. Acha uya kutenga dinner because he got paid. He got paid. Unless he's stupid, he's gonna go to Zimono like saying, but we're gonna find him. Don't worry. Fellow welders, we're gonna find him. This story made it to America. I wanted to call the Americans in Zimbabwe. We have situations all the time. As a Zimbabwean, there was a problem here. The president left the country. He went to Russia, and then the next thing, the vice president was getting people beat up. The army was harassing people, and we called you people, and you did nothing. We sent you emails, and you did nothing. That's politics. But we have a worse situation in Kunda politics than people being harassed by the army. We have people that believe that they are raising other people from the dead. This problem, you guys, magati ignore because the problem did not concern you, didn't affect you, Americans, no problem. But this is for the human race. It doesn't matter whether you're pink and you're green. We have people that are raising people from the dead. My Americans have been right. I wanted to call them. No, seriously. And why is he walking around Mahara? He's not arrested. Nothing happened. I stopped and I thought, maybe religion and politics are friends, because if that pastor has got multitudes and multitudes and multitudes of people, say he has 10 million people in South Africa, say 60% of them can vote. If that pastor just takes one picture on a golf course with Cyril Ramaphosa, that whole community, that whole church is going to vote for ANC. Do you understand that? He doesn't have to say vote for ANC, or he just has to say pray for your leaders. You see what happened with my guy? He's like, pray for your leaders. The next thing they see ED or Chiwenga shaking hands with my guy. What are the people going to think, the followers? ZANU-PF. I believe this is why these pastors are not being arrested, because the politicians are low-key controlling the whole situation, because I know, seriously, think about it. My next concern, imagine the owner of that funeral parlor. You wake up in the morning going about your business, taking care of the dead bodies, you just wonder, freezing dead bodies, sewing dead people up, and the next thing you get that much attention. I think it's a good idea. I didn't even know there's something called Kings and Queens thing. So in this controversy, there's something good that came out. Marketing. Any publicity is good publicity. Yes, we all know you guys are not involved. However, but we still know of your existence. I didn't know about those guys. And guess Kings and Queens is owned by Zimbabwean. You guys. Anyway, I want you guys to tell me what you think. No, seriously, someone has to speak. Elliot is our brother. That guy is from Ghana. Is it DRC or Ghana? The pastor. I thought he was Nigerian. I just put them in the same WhatsApp group. But Elliot... The first thing you need to do is get your wife's hair made. Buy a jersey. Everyone there seemed to be okay. She was the only one. Top dress. Sisters had a zip all up to her thing like this. And since she left, I don't think she ate since Wednesday. They thought she must also be part of it or something. Did you see the way she was looking at the food? Throw them away. Throw those people away. I can't. No, seriously. The way she was looking at the food. Look at that video. You guys are just focusing on Elliot being a zombie and acting out like that. Okay, fine, we get it. Look at the chick and the woman behind Elliot. The woman behind Elliot is what? The woman behind Elliot is like this. You know what? The story had to sell. Dead people smell. Yes? So I bet you Elliot didn't bath since Wednesday. So he could put a little, you can't come out of the grave and the coffin smelling like rosemary. You have to smell one. So the go behind his girlfriend is food. I want this challenge. What was Elliot eating? Can you people resurrect that dish that Elliot was eating? I saw fish. What else was he eating? And you guys post that dish that Elliot was eating. What if Elliot didn't want to be raised from the dead? What is a square? What is a landlord? That's not but Mary. You are finally out of this world. And Pastor goes, come back. Did anyone even ask Elliot if he wanted to be resurrected again? God damn it. Let me add people. My God. Elliot's girlfriend, wife. What? Please. Oh. Komurungu. Murungu. Mira, one more. Buti Mubunu. He's standing on. You have gone and done it. You are crossing the line. These ones. Listen, that white guy is a fellow pastor of their church, whatever. But they're also friends. Those two were taking a photo that circulated and your people you saw it, right? Very cool, Madrid. Where they were standing, I've been to that place. Panonsbad, Potet de So. It's like It's like a train, it's not just a train station. It's a tourist area where there's statues and all that. The Panza heritage here, Spain. And I could tell that they were by Porta del Sol because of the statues behind them. They look so familiar. I'm like, these guys are by Porta del Sol. So if you're going to take a holiday with your pal, okay, good for you. So they have known each other a long time. Because in that picture, Murunga is slim. Now Murunga gain weight katuma millions wakupinda kakoma customer kuwedzeras. So they thought, dude, let's raise someone from the dead to propel our clientele, right? But I know, low-key, deep down, you know, these white people are the ones that came with this religion, you know? And you know, when black people, you give them something, they just exaggerate it. Have you seen a black wedding? Have you seen black people dancing? Have you seen everything that black people do is just extra. So, white people gave black people this. I'm sorry, white people gave black people Christianity. This is why I'm spiritual. I'm an African. I go African, right? Give us the diamonds and we give you the Bible. And now the white people own the diamonds and the black people own the Bible. That's exactly what happened, right? So now, I bet you Loki knows my ancestors. My ancestors. Murunga he's the way I bet you in his head going, yo, my ancestors, I think my ancestors did this was an overkill. The black people are overdoing it right now. They're in too deep. How do I get my friend out of this situation? You could tell the disbelief in the white person, the friends, they're friends. But I bet you was just regretting, how did we end up here? He's looking at him like, this is one of those stupid friends when you go out drinking and he dares you to do something and you're in jail together. How did we end up here? That's Vamurungu. All right, let me just add a few people. Sorry. Bye. Oh, but Richard calls and talk about it. Okay, let me put him back. My God. Edding. So I hope you're gonna be there. Hello, Jama Dambuzo. How is the news business going? We need to see what you're talking about. Did you do it? I know you did an article. Jama Dambuzo, we're Simple Live News. I know you did an article. You did an article about this. I just want to hear your 2 cents. You don't have to be on camera, but please just come in and then share us. Hi, Chris Davis. I love you too. Who else should I add? Tino, I'm adding you. If there's anyone in the UK watching, I know you UK people. You UK people. Ben.
Hi, Zuva.
Hi, dear. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great.
You know what, Zuva? Mnangagwa ndiaru konzeresa zvese izvi. If only Tatine Mabasa was Zimbabwe, we wouldn't have such idiots in our world. It's only Mnangagwa Rukonzeresa Jese each. And we do have plenty idiots out there, Rukonzeresa Jese, but those plenty idiots have another platforms that would ever show up, but it's only Mnangagwa Rukonzeresa.
Okay, true, very true. Mabasa.
Yeah, I do stand with Elliot because iwe yakaona yekuti anokwanisa kuita sekutsvaga basa nayo akariwana basa then akawana mamillions. Obviously that guy akabhadharwa mari haangangomirire kungonzi ifa pinda mukofini just like that, just kungopinda mukofini nje.
Baby girl, did you say you stand with Elliot?
I stand, yeah. Zimbabweans are in South Africa to make money. All the way from Zimbabwe, more to South Africa just to sleep. He's in South Africa to make money. He's in South Africa to make money. So we mustn't go against our brother because he's in South Africa to make money. That's all. So we have to understand that. Yeah, kuti iyeka way yakaita nayo, it was his own way to make money as well. So mukadzi wa Elliot pai wisa titi pai wisa titi achidai so akatarisa chikafuka angaudzwa since it was a game, so angaudzwa ndichi imimi semuna afirwa, so we have to be like semuna afirwa au maona nekudressa semuna afirwa kana musora mna kona kuti wanga wakaita kunge wangu like this, but semuna afirwa angafana kuluka like that. Since it was their own game.
Look, but baby, listen to this. Everybody else in that church was decently dressed. Mini. For munafirwa. Come on. That was a bad act.
Papa semunhu afirwa unenge usinganyatsofunge zvakanaka ndozvandakaona kuti unenge usinganyatsofunge zvakanaka saka ivo sevanhu vanga vatori it was like a written thing changa chakanyorwa kunzi you must actually perform like this andichimaona saka I think that's what happened ini ndozvandinoona zvangu sezvorera it was a movie ranga ritori drama pacharo and Elliot couldn't actually say no to the offer. He had to go for it because he needed money. All people in South Africa, they are there to make money. They need money in South Africa. So, even if I want you to do, I would actually do the same thing. I would perform better than Elliot. Because Elliot actually that thing that's what really happened.
Thank you so much. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Okay, you can drop me.
Wow.
Okay, thank you.
This girl, she's just hit. Yeah, she's like, Elliot is looking to make money. If there's some idiots who are willing to buy the act, would you guys? Elliot, I can't attend. Elliot, I can't attend. I think there are people that would have done a better job than Elliot. I mean, if you're raised from the dead, dancing is the last thing that you're gonna do. Let me add Brian Wright. Ben Wright. My God. Would you go, guys, would you go in a coffin? And say, "Look bucks. I got just 1 euro tender, right?" I got to love to right. I did his job.
Ziri sezwa.
That's it, yeah.
Mawani samar. I think Elliot anga pererwa. South Africa yakaoma.
Yeah.
No, Elliot anga pererwa, but it's a disgrace as to be found kuti uri muZimbabwe wakubudawo munyaya dzakadai so. And also it teaches us kuti isusu maZimbabweans and hatingangomhanya kwese pangoti muprofita tongomhanya muprofita kungomhanya kwese kwese. We looked so desperate. We are better people than what these people are using us. And we are used by somebody. At the end of the day, tomorrow, it will embarrass you. No matter where you go, it's still going to embarrass you to tell someone Zimbabweans. You understand? So at least we have to improve.
Was thinking about his fellow Listen, do you think Elliot was thinking about his fellow Zimbabweans when he was doing this, or he was just looking out for himself?
No, he was not even thinking about any fellow Zimbabwean, but he was trying to disguise within those Ritchar to anybody else. This doesn't mean Kuma Zimbabweans only. It's everybody. Everybody was being disguised with a miracle while there's no miracle. And because everybody now at the moment with our situation in Zim, we end up with Tukumanya and it's miracle. Just because of desperate we're just rushing to go everywhere. Fake miracles. Next time everybody knew that Elliot was not dead. Just because, and I can remind you, like, for example, Zambia and Malawi, these things happened before. When Malawi was so in poverty, what happened? Witchcraft and these miracles happened. And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing which is happening with Zimbabwe. Because of what our situation is happening with Zimbabwe, it's forcing us to be like that. And we're accepting things. Miracles are most of them are in church. Zuva, I'm going to pray your miracle is coming to you. You're going to have anointing. It will take you 50 or 60 years to start so people don't go food. And look at those stupid people. It's a miracle. That's how, to go so. You know, so people have to wake up. It's a lesson to every Zimbabwean, and it's a lesson to everybody. Could know, even in the Bible it's written, there are going to be prophets who are going to be prophet of Waningwa Chinyeba and Itka. And this is happening. And the people is like Vakawanda, we always want to believe these things has been happening for a long time, and we have been accepting and thinking those are good and it. inini zuva ndokunonamatirwa inini handitika. Maybe just because of my faith zvinhu zvondifambira, but zvinofamba chinzi muprofita uye ndakamunamatira zvinhu zvikafamba, but which is not true. So people have to wake up. Hatidzidzei kumuka, because things are gonna be worse. This is nothing, it's gonna be worse.
Thank you so much. Wow, the next caller I was sure. Thank you so much.
All right.
You know what? Elliot, I want his job. Elliot, but to be honest with you, for somebody to pull something like this off, people are so desperate they will do anything. I'm not talking about Elliot. They will do anything they will join the church, they will follow whoever just to get some salvation out of that person. Saka, my pastor, I'm adding you dear. Who should I add? Let me add Irene. Without boy girl and change and like that. Irene, you're up. I'm gonna say it just okay. They are preying on people's desperation. And it's sad because munarim poverty. Idea.
Yes, horrible.
Did it for a long time.
Iswe kuZimbabwe matyira tinoita zvipoko mamhanyira tinoita tikaona zvipoko kuno kuZimbabwe. VekuSouth Africa vakashinga guys. Iri kungofungidzira kuti pane chipoko ndisina kuchiona handimire zuva kwavaida kushinga nei.
They knew it's an act. They knew, Sha. They knew.
You know what? Even if you look closely in the video, before the prophet touches this guy, you can see this guy is breathing. If you actually look at video,
they came up with that.
Okay, so what's
the best advice?
I actually don't blame these prophets, because these prophets wouldn't do this if they didn't have the audience. I actually think it's the people, and anywhere you go, the devil feeds on desperation. These people are desperate for whatever. Because when they're desperate for kurorwaga, munhu just was even apana singazoti kana uri mukadzi ukanopfugama pamberi pempostori kana paprofeti vari kuzoti nyaya yako ndeye murume. It's a long end dzevarume usaidza wadetswa nemurume or kuda murume ndezvemurume kana ari murumewo inyaya yekuti haana basa or ari kuda mari or something. So they feast on your desperation, these people.
Wow. True. Very true.
Makaoma vanhu vari kuSouth Africa kuno isu tinorova mboza kuti iza vedu hatimiriri zvakadaro asikana.
Okay, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's my home girl right there. Okay, I'm going to add Petros. I'm doing boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. If you want me to add, just click the add button and then that will add. It's just the way I'm adding other people. Auntie, once you hand over your power to another person, I'm not a preacher. I'm not a religious person, but I know. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good, thank you. Talk to me, Petros. What do you think of this whole fake prophet thing?
You know, yeah, it's great to show me so, but I think this guy we are on the Elliot Jasum Zimbabwe, because my Zimbabweans really.
Listen, the landlord of Elliot spoke to SABC.
But you know what? South Africa, but then you not know. These guys are Zimbabweans. I still remember by the video I can circulator in a kainzi urichika ndiri muZimbabwe chichikakapfeka zvimwe zvakabvaruka, but then ukazocheka background unoona kuti no akasika muZimbabwe kamona.
I know that one.
But the thing is sevanhu tiri kuenda kumachurches, you know, pane pamwe pekuti tinofanira kunge tichiningirana tichizivawo kwatiri kuenda kuti maprofesa ndechokwadi, because mamwe acho neka ari kutongoda bhega, hapana chimwe chinhu chaari kutomboda.
So how do you know that this prophet is fake and this one is not?
I think vazhinji vachone ukatarisa aya mapentecostal churches aya ini zvangu handione vachiita zvisvino because vese zvavo ka nyaya vanoparidza ikoko kwenyaya dzemari dzega dzega, and I don't think kuti zvine chekuita naMwari zvingamboda kusanganiswa nemari mukati. I don't think so, you know.
Okay.
Saka ndinochitongotarisira kuti sesu maZimbabweans tinofanira kudzidza kuona kuti no, unhu watiri kuitirwa uhu hausiriwo, and tofanira kuziva kuti kana uchinamata munhu dzidza uzvipfugamira uchinamata plus kugona kushanda, so ino kwete kungoti pese pese reka ndikomhanya ndiende kunoshandirwa, ndiende kunoitirwa this and that kuti ndikwanise kuwana mari. Mari haiuye nekungoenda uchinoshandirwa, ino unofanira kunge uchishanda.
True. All right, Sha, thank you so much. But I like hello, my admin. My admin in okay, let me teach you about you have to have money, but they don't really teach you how to make the money. They'll just give you breadcrumbs and all that, but they don't really teach you how to make money. So to a point whereby all you go there for, the one thing that you want is money. These people prey on sick people and poverty too much. I have seen millionaires and billionaires and these rich folks going to the same churches. But one thing I know for sure is that most of the rich people that go to these churches are somehow sort of investors as well. They have some business in the church. God channels up. Ane ma levels ma church aya. Kana uri mchurch kune VIP, kune VVIP, kune povu. Macheya amunogara eplastic aya amunosimbogara pamunoenda kumuchato aya eplastic aya nje ndokunogara povu. Actually kunoti mabench esimba aya asingabvi pamadziro aya. Kwaba kwati macheya. Kwaba kwati macheya anenge office chair so. Kwaba kwati masofa. Anenge one masofa so. Kozoti 3-seater masofa mamwe ekupenga aya. The ones that sit in the front kumberimberi kuyakwe. They are pastors' wives, fellow pastors, pastor from Ningi, and businessmen. And certain bona millionaire with church. I've seen millionaires in church that sit kuma bench anymore. All of these rich folk sit uko. Why? Did you know that these churches every Monday they bank 2 billion rands? I'm not saying 2 million. I'm not saying 2 billion bond. I'm saying 2 billion rands. All South African churches. My church is and I got this information from a banker. I'm talking about kachechi kariku pezra kukapa ko neke impostori karipa kona po neke mapasta iwaya neke tithing neke kupi in South Africa, the whole of South Africa, every Monday 2 billion untaxed, not tax money goes into these people's accounts. What do you think happens to that money? My investors bengi rotora mari roisa mari kuma investors. My investors omborowa mari inde mara it's okay ID. This is why your pastors are buying my helicopters and all that. Not with the church money. Once you've got access to money, unokonotora mari ombo ispina. My investors ombo ispina over kadzira $50 out of 50 cents, what the 50 cents in bank. Haina profit haina chika. What the 50 cents in mari church inodzokera bank. But he has made money. You've got access to money. Ishe shindika kwachiranga kuti mari yestockfella ishi. Oi 100,000 ndiye vanhu yestockfella. Varuka kuzira mari yavo next year. Ungagarira mari 100,000 Mumbai kana kuti mboispina. It's the same concept, right? So these investors, vamunoona kuti why is it mama he is a millionaire but he still comes to this church meaning he's a believer. No, he's an investor. But mari yakawanda inobva ndoku edeshe zvifari. Mari yakawanda inobva to the poor, the desperate, the unenlightened. Oh yes, because ndimo muna yamakawanda. Kunzwa kuti kwanzi mba mako maita problem. Iwe usati zvinamatira, iwe usati wapfugama iwewe. Usati wapfugama unotanga tsvaga Papa God, where's Papa? I want Papa. What's a problem mba mako iwewe? Tawena yasangana newe iwewe, so you need to handle this. whenever spiritual battles, whatever it is that you people go through, some emotional things, before you even trust your own conscience and your own instinct on how to fix this problem, you are so reliant on that person. Augoni kusura kana kudya kana kudi kana baba papa vasina kuya. You serve pastors. You love pastors more than you love your husbands, because pastors give you hope of an illusion. It's called the illusion of inclusion. You think you are in the game, but you're not really in the game. Then you wonder, I've been going to this church for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Nothing has been happening. They say your faith is not good enough. Why can those pastors, ku Alexandra Govananogara Mkuku, anodi kutenga land or build them RDP houses and put those people in there? Because once you empower a person, but as long as they are in that state of mind, they need me. I lost a friend because of these things that they sell. So my 60 rand, what, Pastor Mboro, what, these things. You can't come to my house with that thing. We are friends. You leave that thing in your car, or you leave it in your house, but you can't come to my house with that thing. I will, if there's anything that you don't want me to come to your house with, I will gladly leave it. But I can't even hang out with you. We can't have lunch. We can't hang out kumabawa. I'm sorry. It's choose your bango or me. You're asking me to choose between me, you, and my papa. Yes. And Tikatope-san. You know the same way you tell someone, be like, please, when you visit me, don't bring your kids. I love you, but I hate your kids. That your kids are not because I hate your kids. Your kids are always breaking my things. Your kids are dirty. Your kids are this. Your kids are spoiled. I've got friends that have got fucking spoiled kids. How I desperately want to say, oh, you want to visit me? Fine, leave your kids. But you can't say that. You just have to be politically correct. I can say, if you've got a kachibanguru kanapa, leave your bangurumba. Leave it. Anzi India, anzi ndandi. Chindandi chacha, kandi ede tondere. Chindandi chacha. It's a mindset. Akata problem, anika kachibata chindandi chacha. Akachisia kumba Antons bonga naked. How is it? How are you not worshipping that thing? Hansi, if you are my friend, you gotta love my kids too. Tiwana, listen. I understand. Why do you think they say we're having a wedding, don't bring kids? Why do you think they say we're having a birthday party, don't bring kids? There's something that kids do that is just not for everyone. It's not that there's something wrong with the kids, but there are some situations that kids are not allowed in. It's as simple as that. If your child comes to my house and breaks things, breaks ornaments, expensive ornaments, every single time, I can't hit the child. Can I say, are you giving me permission to beat the child? Usadaro waputseiko usanyore madziro kan inankwini mwana uyu uruka pa masofa indine masofa e cream ai ma off cream ai right usaise chocolate usacheka masofa mutorererese iwo uri kucheka masofa asisizwa. Do you think I'm in a hurry to let your child come back? I don't hate your kid, but you look away so that I can just kick him once and discipline the life out of that child. How many friends have you told that your child is spoiled and they don't see what are their children? How many? And up and down, because I'm waiting for people to come online. Shalom, I can say shalom. That friend, you want to come to us, no problem, leave your kids. The day that I want kids and all, they just bring your kids, they can play kulon. Bring your kids, they can play around. But if you are that friend with a spoiled child, like my friend's child came and check my sofa. And the mother said, Manje, Antizwa, you think? You think? Hi, baby. Volume.
Hello. Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You know what, Zuva? Vanhu vanoenda kumachechi aya ka munhu anenge ari desperate Zuva, zvinhu zvakaoma muZimbabwe, zvinhu zviri kunetsa.
Yes.
So munhu akanzwa kuti kune part time chiheavy chidhiri chiri kuburitsa mari yakadaro ka anototi mwana wangu atopindira. In other ways anogona kutoti mwari ka vatondidzwa this time ndazowana dhiri chero rinoburitsa mari. Saka munhu anongoita chero because long as ari kuwana mari muhomwe and it's fine. Yeah, ndozvandinongoti vanhu ngavangodzidzawo zvinamatira vega. Vangodzidza kuzvinamatira.
That is true. That is true. Saka pauri kuti Elliot atowana zvake peace job.
Vamwe vari mugrupu umu dai akazopiwo mukanewo kuka kana kuti dai wakapfuurawo nepandera daitongopindawo.
Okay, wait. So you're trying to tell me kuti if someone approaches you nedhiri rakadai so you take it?
Kana zvakandomera haike.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, oh my God, your network. Your network. Actually, network again. And if she was approached the same situation, hey! It depends nekuti mari, that amount that you want. If you offered that, hello Tadza, how are you dear? Andindatora mari. Shamari yangu indatotora nude lipstick pamuromo entanga unezhara yeye. Ndotogara mucoffin zvakanaka zivaenda ubeslay queen like this, and then when they say rise I'll be like, imagine. So would you guys okay, let me add this lady. I love this lady. Rain Chifamba. And I would do it for the right amount. Really? You guys? I am so good. Yes, why are you looking more?
Hey,
I love you. How are you? Woo! Nice.
Hello?
Talk to me. I can hear you.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Murundindwa. Okay, I wanted to add on point Panyayema mentors hapa. What I personally believe is they are supposed to work as a point of contact. The faith is not about putting the faith in the mental. The source of it all should be God in heaven. And that wristband has no power on its own. It's just a wristband. So we believe because we see. Like you were saying, but we use it in a ritualistic way, religiously. It's now physical. It's no longer spiritual, and the whole aspect of it is gone. It just becomes, the whole purpose of it is gone, and even God is not in it. But because like you were saying about mindset, faith machiri, because of the power of the mind, it will oftentimes appear real. Even my doctors, like with certain diseases, they tell you to have a positive mindset because even in your body, because you're having so much faith in this thing that you're wearing, because your mind is already recreating things. That's how the whole principle works. And sometimes these pastors don't even need to
the power of the law of attraction.
Yes, I knew it's a law somehow. That law, even my magicians, even those in the dark holes, my Satanist cell, they use that same principle. So because these laws are there, they will work where applied. It's not even Christianity. It's just that law at work. Have your own personal relationship with God. Know what is God is saying. Know God for yourself. My papa. I'm speaking like this because people know I'm not saying he's not a man of God or anything. Neither am I saying he is. I'm not saying he's not, and neither am I saying he is. Mwari ndiye anoziva. But what I'm saying is sometimes some of these things are in the clear to see. But because when we go there, we are so brainwashed that we don't want to see, blinkers. We don't want to see things from another perspective. Because what most of these guys do, my pastor, my church, the first thing they teach you, or is about loyalty. If spiritual fathership and sonship is very important, you should be loyal to your father. Hey, your father protects you. Hey, old ones in the papa, and these things happened. You know, ukarara uchifunga something. Most likely you will dream about it. Kind of bed which is you know karota. And no, ndakarota papa, so something is gonna happen because you're expecting it will happen. Sometimes God is not even in it. So do era and no paneva no papa lights out. I'm not saying all of them are not men of God, neither I'm saying they are marine dianoziva, but most of the things you can find print and read between the lines. This is no longer biblical. Some of the things are in the clear. You can see.
Can I say this? And I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, but or I want you to add to what I'm going to say. When you come back to the psychology of human beings are behavioral beings. They behave according to pattern. Anything that you train a human being or that you expose a human being to is the only thing that he's going to do. So if you are able to condition a person into believing something like, I can save you, it's only me who will save you, and it's only me, your papa, who's going to do these things. And once you human being is like an animal. The way you train a dog is the same way you train a human being. It's going to be, and it's now embedded in their subconscious mind. It's they do it on autopilot. It's on autopilot because in their subconscious mind, this is the right thing. So the minute you come with a different opinion, you are now contradicting to what they were trained and what they know. When obviously you're dealing with a person that was conditioned. Most people that go to these churches they're depressed. One, they are desperate. So when you're depressed and you're desperate, you kind of hand over your very existence to another person to do what they please with it. Empty, whatever you're going to say, you're going to hang on to whatever they're going, because you're desperate, you're dying. So for you to keep on that level, you have to do what this person says. Is that so?
It's very correct. I think there's also another word, like, it creates a mental stronghold. And a mental stronghold is very hard to break out of. Because Mungu actually set in that way, and they will see things no other way. And also another thing in these churches, Chandaka notice don't go to this church. I'm going to give an example of a man of God I honor very much. I've listened to Prophet TV, Joshua Paimanyo TV. Never had I heard him speak about other churches. Who are you to discourage another person from going to another person? I know associate and Muslims, he goes giving out food to Muslims and stuff like that. I'm going to follow me alone. I am your papa. God has placed me to be your papa. No, it should be conviction from the Holy Spirit who you should follow and who should not follow. Things will not be well for you. Is it really God? Will God do that? You should be loyal to this church. Really?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know. I think I've said enough.
Okay, my dear. Thank you so much. I'm going to go to you.
All right.
Thank you so much
for having me.
All right, guys. Okay, guys. I'm not in Angu Del direct. I don't need a person in Pakati Pangu to link me to God, because I believe that when God put me on this earth, He created a communication mechanism This is why you can meditate. This is why you can pray. This is why you can just talk to God. Have a conversation with him. I do not believe I need another human being to link me to God. If anything, whoever is going to come into my life has to complement what I already have, not to remove what I know. And the instinct. You don't teach a child about a higher being. You just grow up knowing there is a higher being. Some people believe in the system that they were born in. You know, I was born in that system, but I was just that dark, the ugly duckling of the family. Everybody went to church. I didn't, because I didn't see the concept of like, why am I going to church? You have to be with the fellow believers. Why? Because, and I'm like, for me to be successful, yes, it has to start inside me. I'll be successful amongst those people, but for me to be happy, it has to come from inside me. Everything I need to be successful is already inside me. Why do I need to go to a pastor? You can see the pastor will teach you on how to nurture your knowledge of God. How? I already know of him. There's nothing that I need to know more. And I was 9 when I was saying this. So until now, this is me for you. Let me add people. This is me for you. I don't need a person to teach me how to love God or how to behave, what to say. He's my father. I can say whatever. I can be mad with him. And I'll be like, Dada God, what's going on today? What's happening? You're letting me down. Because he's my father. And a relationship of a father and a child, there's no barrier. The way you talk to your father is the way you should just talk to God. So and I'm supposed to give you money for you to get my problems to God. It's worked for me. Every time I want something, I meditate on it. I practice the law of attraction. I do everything, and it happens. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you, loveness.
Yeah. I'm the one. I need to change my prophecies.
Okay.
My prophets are like my prophets. Ukayenda vana no profit kwanda vanoeva nemari and utopinda chechi iyoyo and like kuti vanhu unoti they can leave chechi because noti munhu ane same situation inanti maybe ndikaenda ndokwanisa kubatsirika yet munhu aya anenge azivi kuti munhu akatengwa oramba uchingoenda chinoita January to December chingoti I receive papa, yes papa, I receive. But nothing will be changing in your life. You go, yes, I receive. Mari chibuda uchinzi sida. Kumba wana kurani nzara kana mari muri hauna yekutenga munhu.
It's not the sida.
Akusida mari, amena sida mari, sida kuti mungu kana basa.
I know the seed. Yeah, the seed, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sida to have a good job. Good husband, whatever vanachisida mari rungobuda mari pachakugena hapana unounza kuti uchashanda ndi uchingomirira basa aprofeti vakati ndichashanda basa racho uri kuriwana hauna kangogara uchingoti I receive and there's this day pandakaenda kuchurch like kuti munhu mai vanga vane mwana wavo airwara ndi like she was serious ill vamwe vese vakuporesa but mabotcards akaenda akanova block. And I was even surprised, why are they blocking this mother? Officials in need, vamwe vari kuporeswa. Na vanoita question mark yekuti saka vanhu ava vari kumublock andi. Asi vanozana nemaprofits kuti ava ndevekutengwa, ava vari serious, havafaniri kuenda kufurandere. And havana tombobatsirika namother vacho. And like, zvakafana after same situation yaEliot andi. Uyo akafa andi, akuti akamuka. But what he did is very bad. Kunyepera munhu, and achazvitongerwa naMwari izvozvo. And it's not even good kuti munhu anyepedzere kufa kuti aite mari dai akatsvaga imwe way it's better utambure pane kudaro inangwa ndizvo I don't support him because it's totally bad yekuti uti dakuti vanhu vanti ndakafa obviously munhu akafa one aniswa makotoni anovharwa nzeve anovharwa mino everything hapana kunzi akarwara hatinambonzwa sori yake kunzi akarwara nei kana kutsvaga vanhu kana 2-3 kuti uye muwitness kuti this person is dead for you akangomutswa just like that dei akambonzi somebody ngauya amubati anze kuti akatonhora here hapana akambopiwa that opportunity angweri kana angodzi
ienderewo iwo waenda kunobata kunzwa kuda kunzwa kuti munhu akafa.
So that kuti neta witness kakuti he was real dead. Neti kutanza tongodzwa kuti munhu amuka from nowhere. Dada kunzwa witness kuti apapo sheko munhu adangobata Jesu ngodzwa kuti munhu yakafela for real. But ngoda ngonzi amuka just from nowhere. No, azviitike. Ndoramba hangu izvozvo.
Okay, all right, yeah. Nyaradzo, okay, I read your message. All right, let me ask you something. Since you say that you go to these churches and you can pick up that something is not right, and you've been going there for years and they tell you to sida, but you still give the people the money. Why? Why do you continue doing it knowing very well Kuti, you suspect Kuti something is wrong?
Let me tell you this, my sister. It's like unaenda kuchurch andi. Uchitipa munongo chita handimbono side. Unaenda shita ndi side. Kana kuti unokwasa kuinvite shamwari yako kuti erudza ndakavenga church. But it's like kuti paunopinda muchechi mo mumboita kunge mune chimweya chinokuputira iwewe. Chekuti unobva wawanzwa kuda kuramba urimo usaba uchiuya muita kunge mune chimweya chekuti nyangwe uchi wakamuvenga kana prophet yega. Unoramba ukatoti uiende. Kana kuti unotoiburitsa mari yako muhomwe chete. I'm not teaching you to get easy.
Wait. Chimweya ichochoka chinonzi mob psychology. Chinonzi chamvari. Mob psychology is when if you see other people doing it and agreeing to it. Ukaona zvakutanga it's time for seeding, it's time for seeding. Ukaona vamwe vanhu vachizviita. It's only natural that you're supposed to do it. Chinonzi mob psychology. My question is this: since my church akawanda nditi, and you know, and you already smell a rat. You can't really trust it. Why do you go back? Why can't you find another church you are not trusted? Because clearly, if you feel like there's something that controls you to remove money, that is not normal. So why do you keep going back?
The reason I keep going back is that nobody but suddenly I just changed my mind. Because the moment I not it's okay, no better than Chibuda. And these days, my sister got no study Sunday. Van Kunya Pakwa Kunyan. My postal having watching, I've got to such quantity, Shema cameras, Zakuta Shema radios, food. And then Kutimunana Chakrambachi, it should go in the Rambe. Of which you can go to Moon, Apple is for situation in Young Dampu to go around later 4 years and years, Andy. No, but again, no, but try out. Maybe I might get help, Andy. And then we enter. What you want? All my tombo matata and one gears. I want to go next week. Uchingoda, Shanaka, of which Nguva in English study is to farm, no kuputika kwa nenge taita isuvan. Because unengo sis now,
because let me tell you, words are very important. And Mashoko akakosha pakuti, they give a description of what you are saying. What are a statement rekuti kuputira? And it's kanokati muna akaputirwa anditi. In your situation, kuputirwa kwa kaitwa inonzi. My pastor aya, they create the emotional dependency, whereby anokufida information ekuti akuna mumwe munhu anogona kukubatsira kunze kwangu, and iwe utikatira chirangano panapa iwe neni nhasi iwe loveness iwe neni nhasi tapachisidzira. So when you keep training the mind kuti it only needs this medicine, ndiyo wega mushonga uri panapa baba ivava, ndiyo wega mushonga ma problems angu. The minute you stop, it's almost like an addiction. When I'm withdrawal symptoms, this is why you say, let's understand our church. And then Papa, that guilty conscience plus that behavioral pattern I took wajara to stand to church. And the minute you step out of your comfort zone and not go to church, because you're doing things out of character. So kind of the emotional dependence, it can be undone. You just need to be willing to do it. And this could sign the church. But you cannot extend you don't have control. Yekuti mariri in pocket, but you rather give the church. He has created the emotional dependency.
Okay.
Yes. So you have to, what you can do is help yourself. Don't talk shit about your pastor. Don't do anything. Don't say anything. Just do yourself reflect and Google. Want to data, you can Google how to unlearn my patterns. Kujai, unazati zimongo kana uchenda kubasa every day. Muso wanongo sina kwenda kubasa unongo chunzwa zvinhu zviri fani. Wajaira ka? Unongo chunzwa ta mani pale zvinhu zviri kuitika ndina kwenda kubasa nhasi. It's the same thing nekuchechi, because now what jaira ma patterns iwayo. Those patterns, when their patterns are formed, it's not easy to undo them. It's like an addiction, chayo. So tell me, baby, if you are at a point whereby you can't buy food and you take the money to church, that's enough for you to say something is wrong. And it is.
I didn't say it's me, but no one around.
I know.
But
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the example that you gave.
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously, part one
I was
is
giving
something. Yeah.
As for me now, and I'm just going to change. Why? Because like ndikada kuzvitarisisa sandi machechi aya all along anga ari kupi, like vanhu vakazosiyana machechi anga ariko kudhara na Methodist aya achinza nekuti havaprofite je vanongonamata nje vakabva vamasiya andi vakuenda kune vanochena vanoprofita andi. Inini hangu like now handisi kuenda kuchechi because ndakati kuenda kuchechi kwatsvaga because ningade iye anonamata ndi achitwa zvaanoda naMwari. Why not me inini kuti ndinamate direct naMwari wacho anitire zvandinoda. Ndopande nyaya yangu.
Let me give you an advice foot. You know the seeding kuchechi kuya whereby you must plant a seed. Where's a 10 rand of what I want a job? Where's a 10 rand of what I want to get married? Where's a 10 rand of what it is? Don't seeds are murku planta wayoka. Seeds are not monetary. Seeds are aisi Maria kuti unobata 10 rand kuti iyi. Let me tell you what seeds are. Ndikauya kwauri ndo barati unoita basa rei Loveness. What do you do? What do you do with life?
I'm studying.
Right. Let's say one day you want to be a fashion editor, right? And I want a job. If I see you ku party and then I say to you, I'm into fashion. Masvano, I've been looking for cooperation. I want a collabo. These are my ideas. And you and I, takuchinjana my ideas over that coffee. Whether you get a solution or you don't get a solution out of that situation, you have planted a seed. You understand that?
Yeah.
Like in do guarantee I want to do a woman's gala. Let me give you a good example of myself. In do guarantee I want to do a woman's gala. Munom South Africa. Then I'm going to move to Zimbabwe to wherever. I'm going to get my Chemberaya and they get all those gynecologists and get all those psychologists and women in power, women in business, like that. The hygiene and all that. And I can tell my idea to someone with a venue. And it includes a venue. Because now I want a venue. Now I want a PA system. Now I want sponsorship and everything. So me talking about my situation to potential people, that's planting a seed. Because later on, 2 months later, then it's going to manifest. Because I let out my story out there. Like now, if I'm on Facebook and I'm talking about this, I'm planting a seed. Someone is listening. So bottom line, when you say plant seeds, present your situation and your mind and your ideas to people with potential, who are potential helpers and sponsors. That's planting seeds. No.
Let me give an advice. That was advice, and like kuti. My papa worshippers and I was one of them and see the man and as soon as my snakana pata ikushewa chekudya mumbandi iwo kunobvisa 1000 kana kutenga picture frame kana just face apa nekuti kana kuti kutenga chihenge chief chechalupu kuti saziya cheche honzi bvisai mari mona ndosvika kana kuma million nekuti vanhu vada kutenga nekuti chinoshandiswa chi napapa. Yembe amai vako chaichaiwo wakambotenga nemari. Mari yaunoti inenge yakadarika kuti amaunti yemari anenge watengera bereki wako akakuchengeta akakuita kuti usvike pastage yauri ndeipi. Saka my advice ndeyokuti tanga wachengeta hama dzako. Kana uda kuzotedzera zvemaprofeti teera ako, but chengeta amai yako nababa vako, because ndochinhu chakati chekutanga chakakosha panyika. Because maprofeti handidi kunyepa. Vanhu vakawanda vandakaona vachipena mari, vamwe havasisina, ungatori nemabhizinesi akapera nengoti dzezvina nebasi. And haumbozvione panguva yacho unozopepuka papaya. Yeah, that's my only advice. I think we're done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Loveness. Thank you so much. Mamwari ndikatiudza nepachokwadi. Chinhu chinonzi seeding chamunotaura ichi kaichi. Hamunoti makazochakunzi seeding chaku. What I read, mazuva angu ndichiri kugona kuverenga. Okay? Putting your opportunity into the universe, whether you want to say universe or want to say to people, the only way, you know, the networking. If you want to be a successful person in whatever goals that you want, one day you want to own a container no bigger sadza. One day ndikuda kuita chiborani changu chande ndichaisira vanhu. Ndoda kuzoona ma toilets and ndichaisira vanhu pama tables and all that. The only way, it's not to go to na pastor. No. You should, the power is inside you. You go and network kuzhoko. Uchasanga nemunhu ane event organizer, an event planner. You unoda kuhaisa ma toilets. You are looking to do it. Already that event planner to zoti Zuva roda kuhaisa ma toilets ake. I have planted a seed. Doesn't necessarily have to manifest now, but it will manifest later. Those that you should plant at least one seed a day. This is what I know. You must network at least once a day with someone or also networking naye before, because you never know. My opportunity pastor is not going to get you that business. Pastor is not going to get you that degree that you want. Pastor is not going to get you all those opportunities. Pastor is just going to stroke your ego until you're out of money, or create an emotional dependence that makes you think that without him hapana chinobuda. Listen, with or without that pastor, if God wrote there kuti Zuva is going to be a TV presenter one day, there is no pastor on this earth who will say because you did not pay money and tithing you are not going to get that. Papa God venyaka one day ngati a day vambonzwa vam ngandise tondera tondera. Do you understand? That's what, you know, the networking kuputirwa kuya, it's called emotional dependency, whereby you can't do without your pastor, you can't do without this belt, you can't. But before this pastor Bushiri came to South Africa, how were you surviving? To breathe in, breathe out. How did you even come to South Africa? All of a sudden you want to hand over your very existence to another person. Hi man, no, excuse me, sorry. This is a crime on its own. If people do not, these pastors don't get arrested, it's the psycho. And mind you, it's logical. Muka study the psychology. Human beings are just like animals. You train them to do something, they will be loyal when they do it. And once you tell them this is the way, there's no, unless they have to learn unlearning my habits. Unlearning my habits, reprogramming the subconscious mind. It doesn't happen overnight. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hey dear, how are you?
Should you say?
I'm
fine. Ina untuda commenta panyaya dzezana kuti zvonaka vana papa vaka vari kudyira vanhu mari, asi vanhu ava vari kudyirwa mari kazhinji kacho I think vanoita zvokuinitiata vanhu or something, I don't know, but because vanoona sometimes vamwe vanotoona kunotoshare story yake kuti ndakaitwa zvakati napapa, but the next Sunday unomona adzokera zvekuna papa vai vozobvunza kuti ko indava munhu achidzokera kwakaitwa zvinhu zvakada zvanatsoona kuti this is satanic sometimes, but munhu anongoramba achienda ikoko. Fanike vanodyirwa mari ava vanoita sei, vamwe vanonyengwana napapa chaivo. Papa ane mukadzi voti zvoni Mwari vandiratidza kuti iwewo ndiwe wandinofanirwa kuroora, but munhu ane mukadzi wake. Sometimes vakadzi votanga vanopedzisira vakutoabuswa like sexually. but unoramba uchimboona munhu achienda ikoko but atoshiri yake. I think zvine kaudhimoni kaumweya wetsvina kauinitiation, I think, because munhu anatsoona kuti zvandiri kuitwa panapa hazvisi right but anoramba achienda ikoko. Why? I think zvine kaumweya kwetsvina kanti maanointing water nemaanointing oil here anokuputira mhenu kana mabhenguzi avanopiwa pamwe ndoaya nemushonga madhimoni kuti vasaona kuti zvinhu zvaari kuita izvi hazvisirizvo. Saka I don't know but vana papa I think vanofanirwa kusungwa. Vanotofanirwa kusungwa because vari kuitisa vanhu kutaura chokwadi ka iwe unonatsofunga wega ukazviona zvaitofanike yekumutswa kwemunhu unonatsoona kuti zvinhu izvi ka it's staged, zvinhu zvekutonyeba zvekutohaya kana mumwe munhu kuti anyepedzere kufa but unotoona chechi yese iri kutoti ameni vachitotaura nendima achifara. Unotoshaya kuti vanhu vari imomo dzavo dzakanatsoana kuti unotoshaya kuti zvakanatsokwana here kana kuti.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
The next person, Marvelous. All right. Marvelous is talking about there's some supernatural thing that's happening. If something supernatural is happening, obviously, then in simple ways. There's no amount of anointing oil or objects or money that will make God work in a certain way. It's easy and it's free. It's just positive energy. Now, when they speak of these things, I actually believe it's just the psychology of it. Once human beings, they don't understand something, they want to say it's supernatural. But something that can be supernatural to you can make complete sense to a psychologist. So this is why we need psychologists in these things. Shorai, I want to add you and Dimbos got 2 cents about fake pastors. Okay. So planting seeds, stop planting seeds in church and network out there. Network. If you're going to go to a party, usende party kuno dakwa sebenzi. Usende party kunoita German tanker, kunochengeta maki epa fridge kuno ndena mwadoro. If you're going to a party, no matter what kind of a party it is, make sure you network. Musabvunza kuti ko hembe kwakatenga kupi? Ko wifi kwakatenga kupi? No. What are you doing? What are you into? Moita nezve kubasa kwenyu. What are you doing to make extra money? Okay, this is what I'm doing. Okay, ngatisangane ndo basa rema party. Kuti kudakona ndasida kuona girlfriend yake. Tinakuona kuti kumba kwacho keke racho rabikwa rakaita sei. Tinakuona kuti aona ma presents akawanda zvakadi, using your time unwisely. Doubt. Come on camera. Chara kubawa chako ini kubawa ndinonga nchibvunza vanhu. Hi, what do you do? What are you in?
Bandiri pane noise saka bandiri pane noise saka give me 30 minutes. Give me 30 minutes. Bandiri pane noise. Give me 30 minutes. Kana baba naba 30 minutes.
Doubt. Proper, loud and clear.
Okay, I'm gonna say it short and brief, right? I think what people are failing to understand, the churches of today, it's more like a business, right? You are talking of networking. So what these pastors do, they know that everyone's on Facebook, right? People, they write things which they are going through on Facebook. So these purpose people, they will serve your Facebook and use it against you when you come to church. Then you think Papa knows. No. Papa Vagata research through what you were saying on Facebook, then they use it to you. Then now, when they say that, you all will believe what you know. My Papa is very good, my Papa sees. No. It's just a way of how people are being manipulated. Right, Miraga, when I find out, but there's something and depend my mind. I'll call you back.
Okay. He's telling the truth when it comes to the papas doing research about you. Come, my sister, were you involved in a car accident? And people expose, they overshare their lives on Facebook. These pastors, it's true, they do have people that do research and look for people out there. There's a woman in this building who once lost a child to a lion. There's a woman in this building who once lost a child to a lion. This woman is a widow also because her husband died of food poisoning. Baba Mati, imi my mwana makanyora life and you Facebook where's of you overshare my WhatsApp status and you have my status. When you're happy you write your WhatsApp status, when you're not happy you write your WhatsApp status. People know stuff about you. How would the pastor, this billionaire, know about my situation? There's a woman in here who has been bleeding for 15 years. And this woman who has been bleeding, how did you know? TB Joshua has a cousin. Aka exposed to America. Nyanza akadzwa adzisvike ku South Africa rikanoti cousin yake inoshanda ku NASA. TB Joshua predicted diamonds in some island. Akati chichi akati stop the cars vachenda kwavangu acha zvikanzi there is some powerful force here. God talked to me apedza zvikanzi there are diamonds here. They did after I think they left, and this is not my land for me to say, but there's some serious source power. Makam, you guys were affected by a tsunami and Munamari and all that, but there is a mineral here that will help you. You don't need to find aid from the rest of the world. Buddha mineral up. Do you know that a satellite can pick up minerals from wherever? And he will stage the whole trip 2 years later to go to that. A satellite can pick up minerals. So this thing about magaya diamonds ku kwamtareka. Satellites can pick up minerals. Do your research. So I'm saying, oh, how was he supposed to know? How was he going to know? Okay, let me add Wimbai. He says today, no tamba, no fara, no dena. You know what, guys? I have let me plant a seed. Nothing to plant a seed. I'm thinking of inviting someone to my house, one person, to come and do a live with me. It could be you, it could be someone you know who will do a good job, who's into talking and talk shows, who stays around Johannesburg, to come to my house. They sit next to me, someone who's influential as well, or someone that you like listening to. And then we have a show for you guys. We sit on a table and we blast away. Because didn't dear God, my dears are waiting. Which 3 my dears are waiting. And we just have one giant party. It could be, I can't talk about men. It can't be men. It has to be a whether you come in the name of Facebook or what, my husband will shoot you. So I'm looking for one person. If you can suggest to me, tag them now. If you can suggest to me somebody who can come to my house and we do a show. You must be a talk show person. Not necessarily good you have a talk show, but if you are into these things. So this is me planting a seed. Okay, let me know who you think I can invite to my house. We sit per table, and do a live for you, just like that. And if next week I invite another person, the next week I invite another person, and Mazuva live, I try to Zuva chete, akutwana Zuva and partner. Whoever you feel, but must be living in Johannesburg. Yeah? You can say Tonderai. Kwanzi my uncle. No. Not that no man is allowed to come to this house. He even has issues with my cousins visiting in their males. And invite Elliot. Elliot atoenda. Elliot wana peace job yake. And no doubt I can come. No doubt you're coming to them. So you and I are gonna do a show anyway. Yeah, not you. Oh God, not you. Can I add you now? Say yes or no. Can I add you now? Antina Grace, Nia, Mimia Thompson, me. Fine. I'm going to add you on camera. vanhu voti anoita ngaauye or not. I'm not the one to judge you. It is the viewers kuti anonakidza kuona here kana kuti anakidzi kuona. Vanhu vodi vanhu vovhota. It's as simple as that. Let's just stay in Sweden. They must stay in Joburg. They must come to my house to have one day to short tower. Oh, hi Sismeli, I see you. You also can be a good candidate. 1 week, 1 day, someone comes, we talk. If they are not comfortable to come to my house, I'm inviting you. No problem. I can come to your house, but either way, we are having a show. So suggest those people. Suggest those people. Decline organization. Tenderai decline decline it should no guest from no host, no response from host. One of you can have a network fast. Doubt, come online, please. Hands Pastores.
Hi.
Yes.
What's up? Okay. What I wanted to say is, right, these pastors, right, people, what they're failing to understand, it's now business, right?
Yeah.
So, what they do is, muchechi momo, crowd they will see kuti Dewa unelegable character with people, right? But Dewa doesn't have anything, right? Dewa akatara people, they follow him. So what they do, they will say they want to pray for you. You are going to receive a miracle in the next 2 or 3 months, right? In front of the congregation, right? Then they will come to me, tell me what to do, and within 3 months, I'll be driving a BMW. Then they will say, look, my miracle was what they were. Because everyone went on, this is not anything. But it was prophesied. Within 3 months, I'm going to be where I am. So now people, they start believing, kana dewa kana matirwa wakaudzwa prophets kuti pa 3 months vanenge vane BMW. Now he's got a BMW, right? Then the ones no dewa wakakanda $100 yawo. $100 yawo ndo masidza rotauraka $100 yawo yakazova BMW. So everyone now believes because vaindiona nichifamba netsoka. Now psychological, they've already been brainwashed because there's something visible in front of them. Chawaona chaitika pane munhu aitarisirwa pasi, but they don't know what's happening behind the scenes, right? So secondly, what they do, because it's business, they've got people who are employed or who get paid to surf and network, right? In the kind of church, they can they can tell by your dressing on that, no, we have got up. You know, one of my reserved seats for people who are properly dressed. So there's somebody who is being trained to identify somebody when they walk in, right? By their looks. Yeah, it's business. So this is common sense. So they identify when they say, no, this person, so hierarchies, they have got categories, right? So when they do that now, everyone is seeing things are working. So those who are not able to save my internets, their duty is to look, stress over that my marriage is on rocks, my husband's not doing this to me, or what. You have to church on Sunday. Information guys are done about internet. Because he wrote it on Facebook already. And this Obans Asivan gave an one Zuzu. Okay, Pana Zuva. You what? Oh, I'm here.
Papa, it's me.
Exactly. So it's just a matter of good thing. Kana Urimo as a person, at times you just need to wise up, right? And it's not good when they are arrogant. They are learned people are well polished, very educated, right? My followers, right? In any depressed, right? Say I'm a doctor and I'm an educated person and they can go church. The purpose here church, it's a gathering where you go and share ideas and listen to each other. And so pastors, they are very good at listening. That's what you know my church kwakazara, because ukaenda ne problem yako pastor anokupa time yokuteerera. They don't judge. That's what they're trained for. So ndikaenda na pastor ininika akanditeerera, right? Then vandiri kunamatira anditika, don't worry, you'll be okay. That way they kunzi, don't worry, you'll be okay. It gives me back my self-esteem. Anditika, then I'm now relieved. And for sure, pastor wanduza zvakanaka, I am now doing this. Even communicating, I know that unoziva kuti ukasvika kumbaka na zuva kapopota unofana kunyarara unoteerera. It's just a way of you being told what to do and you believe in what you're being told. And
yeah.
Then that way of what pastor vakaoma. I can give an example. Indoenda ku gym. And ndikaisa 40 kgs or 40 kgs, right? Ndiri ndega, I cannot lift those weights because I don't feel out is too heavy, right? Then when my partner comes, I can tip at that bar with the 2 fingers just to tie the bar. I'm strength because my mind, there's somebody who is helping you. It's psychological thinking. Then I got all the strength. So that this is what pastors do. So I don't know how best can we educate ourselves, or how best can we make us understand as people with ukaenda ku church, right? Pane zvinhu zvokuti ukaudzwa iwewe you have to think and reflect. Kuti pastor kana chifamba ni Bentley ini hanaka na Bascoro, right? Where does that leave me? Right? Because at the end of the day tese changofa anditika Mwari ndiwe munhu wese. I love the sister ati kana pastor achikwanisa kunamatira munamato wangu kuna Mwari, inini why can I not ask God myself kuti Mwari chichemo changu ndechekuti nechekuti. What's so special about the man of God? Right? What's so special? Yes, tinoda kunobatsirwa pakunamata, but pamwe pacho unozvinamatira wega wozvipfugamira wega kuti inini Mwari kadambudziko rangu nderekuti, right? Kana zuva azouya, kana pastor vaziva kuzokuita, it's a backup yekungosimbisa kuti Mwari chichemo chake machinzwa wecho wakomana. You know, but not good. You have what you are saying. People, they've got dependent syndrome. They depend much on pastors and all these gullible people who are brainwashing them. But in all honest, right? Vanhu varongojirwa mari mahara. Right? Akusina vari pachokwadi. Kuve pachokwadi, I think nguva yakapfuura. Vako mazivana zvazvongoitisana izvi. Ukaitiswawo ndizvozvo, ukakwanisa kuitiswa pastor wacho ndizvozvo, because it's a game. Ukaenda kuchurch, you have to benefit something out of the church. You go to church kwangu, I have to benefit something out of you. Saka, it's a give and take. That's my 2 cents. So vanaenda zvavo ndavaenda inini hangu ndinongoita zvanongoitawo, but not kuti ndingabva ndazobva ndasvika papoint yekuti ndingabva ndazonzi nditengere BMW ndisina. That's all I can say. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you so much, Dad. Thank you so much.
No one is my dear.
Yeah. Another person. Hi, Tanaka Fundira. How are you, my guru? Konombo kanga mashonombo kuti my name. Sharon, can I get no response from host? No answer from live guest. Okay, ngatimboisa uyu. Uyanenge Arab. Oh God. But if you want me to educate, just type ed because I'm Arab. I'm to book and I'm Arab batotang. And some comment doubt because why? Oh yeah. Let me read my comments. But Mungu ando kubukanga mama comments. What I'm waiting for thing. Anti na mail ndomutsa vanhu vakafa. Ndomutsa vakafa 100 right? Ndoyanika kurova neshambu vakoma. Oh. Ndoyanika ndoyandichizvifirita ndozvidira jecha ndokupa $100 yacho moenda kumba. Please gweru, we are already in trouble. Hatingazokwai gweru futi yapindirana futi nenyaya yemafake pastor. Apa makutozvi pastores. You're preparing yourself. Okay. You're preparing us. All right, no problem. Anzi kana paine ane hama yakafa inoda kumutswa, contact me please. Na tinei makufa. Anzi Nameli. Ndisewo Zuva. No problem, Meli. Let me put you. Ndimeli rati ndiso Zuva. Meli. Remember, go Meli, what's a take on fake pastors? Tatsikwa.
Pastores. Musadaro ledwe. Musadaro sachakamari demonstration.
Aiwa zve. Ina hangu nyaya ndisikuziva kuti topic yako nhasi yakamira sei. Asi ndiri kuti fake pastors. Right. Ndo fake pastors kudi kwavo. Ine isusu here va fake pastors.
Cha Meli unoziva nyaya yakaitika iri kuitika yaBhuti Ndimutseiwa. Bhuti Ndimutseiwa ndeve kuZimbabwe vari kutifambisa mbiri yatisina. Saka now we are trying to identify kuntori nevamwe vanhu vatomboya earlier kwanzi I go to a church and I think my pastor is fake type of person. Saka what's your advice nenyaya yema-fake pastors? How to identify a good pastor or a fake pastor? Kana kuti wodini kune type yevakadzi vanoda mapasta kunda varume vavo.
Right. Makadiko pachirongwa chaZuva Habane nchiti muri makadiko mose tinokudai mose ndokuchingamidza pachirongwa aiwa isedu vekushata vemhino pfe tasvika zvakadaro tisu vana pastores vacho asi tiri pastores ina hangu handisi wenhema ndiri weshuwa ndoda kuuya ndichikuudzai chinyaya sezvairi Zuva auya neshow yakanaka chaizvo. Right. Regai ndikuudzei vahama vadiwa iko zvino hatichazivi chokubhilivha nokuti vafundisi vaveko vave vefeki vakawanda. Zuva unondiziva ini ndinoda Mwari singaiti ndinoda chechi zvekuti do but ndine 3 weeks now I'm not going to church. Guess what?
Why?
Kereke yandanga ndiri kuinda kunoku kuSouth Africa kunoku handitika aiwa ndanga ndichiparticipate ndichiimba kupresentation nezevesi rangu remasosero riri ndichiimba singaiti kupresentation ndichirumbidza haikona ndirimo mukati mechechi ndichinzi tithe ndanga.
Oh no. Network. Can you guys hear Meli? I can't. Meli, I think you must chimbobudaka dokudzosa because network yako iri kunetsa. You guys, can you hear Meli? When I bury kudena kwanzi can someone resurrect the consciousness? Stop without me. Meli network yako iri kunetsa iri kubreaka.
Ndakukuzwa ndadzoka. Saka zvakaitika nezvekudai ndaisa problem yangu Zuva semunhu ari active muchechi ka ndiri kuexpecta kuti pastor vangu handichi chinonzi mufundisi handiti spiritual father guide handitika vanoti tinotipa nyama vanotitungamirira handitika pane zvimwe zvinhu zvokuti ndoga ini semunhu hazvinondiremera I need mumwe munhu handitika wokuti ndinotaura naye kana spiritual father can confide in him handitika osvika panzvimbo nguva iyoyo ndosaka uchinzi phone yapastor 24/7 should be on. Ndikataura neta accident ndiri kuJoburg vanofanira kuita the first person kusvika ipapo right kuti vazoona chiri kuitika handitika ndaita dambudziko rangu Zuva ndafonera mupastor. Guess what happened? Ndakapindurwa nemukadzi wavo zvikanzi pastor havasi kutaurwa navo itai zvokusenda message. Ndikati ndogosenda message sei ndiri kuda kutaura navo it's agent izvozvi zvikanzi no vati zvo havachatauri macalls kuvanhu munovaona every Sunday. Ndikati no but mari yangu every Sunday munoida asi handikwanisi kuvaudza dambudziko rangu kuti vandinamatire right. Zuva I did open zvimabusiness zvaunoziva zviviri manje apa ndichizvivhura inini semunhu akakura achinamata foundation yandaibhilivha ndakabhilivha kuti ndisati ndavhura I need my pastor to come and pray handitika for that business kuti risumukire mweya inosumuka kana whatever zvisawanike zvichibata. Ndovafonera voti kwaiva havakwanise kuuya handiwaona asi mari yangu havakwanisi kuiramba yechegumi neyetaipi saka ipa pakabva pandibata Zuva ndichibva ndavasendera message ndikati vakaona navashayani mari awatora yenyu yamakadya yakakwana ini kuchechi kwenyu gumbo rangu mukandiona mundigure handichauyiko ndakavaudza chokwadi Zuva kana uchienda kusendera mascreenshots ndichibva ndavaudza ndikakota mavhesis ari kuna Proverbs anotaura kuti a pastor handitika should always be there handitika nguva yese for vana vesangano because vatungamiriri iguidance yedu right ndakatoona kuti pane mafundisi variko mazuva ano they are after machangura vari after machangura havasisiri vekutsvaga Mwari God is everywhere. God is in your heart. Iwawe Zuva, you are the best prophet of your own life. You don't need a prophet to come and tell you, Iwawe Zuva, kuti uchaita mari. You don't need to be told by a prophet, kuti Zuva, Iwawe shikasodai. You are the best prophet of your own life. If you kneel down, you use your mavyako aya eblekaya, ukakota mapasi, ukati Mwari, you challenge God, you tell God, kuti Mwari ruda chakati. Try him and see kuti azviite here zvinoita. I prayed for zvinhu zvandaina matrantindoga after afundisi varamba kuya. Uri kunzwa Zuva? Varamba kuya kudaro. Zvinhu zvangu zviri kungofaya. Mufundisi avaramba uya asi zvinhu zviri kungofaya. So vafundisi variko iko zvino izvi vazhinji vave vefake. After machangura ndo yavepo. Inini I go and contribute tithe yangu pamwedzi. Let's say I've made something like 20,000. Ndobvisa 2,000 10%. Remember 10% iraidi Zuva. I see it's written in the Bible. Malachi 3 verse 8. Irimo. Try me and see if I will not open the windows of the windows of blessings and bless you. Hanze amundi zami ndosakansinga kuropafadzi hamukumbiri because hamupuwi handichika saka Malachi 3 hanzi munoti muimba yaMwari munoda kuti mudye iko but chegumi ndakazvitarisa inini zvangu handichika. You can take it kwaunoda Zuva ndogona kuidentify a person who is less privileged pano pa group pako pano ndomupa matithe angu ya 10% ndapa because I can't see God ndogona kungomupa.
Yes, no. Listen Meli, andisikuramba nyaya yekuti kwanzi unono you're supposed to give tithing, but who do you give the tithing to? The pastor doesn't need that 2,000. But pantori nemwe munhu ari kubhadhara school fees izvezvi arata zvinhu zvine musoro ne 2,000 iyoyo. So if I give another person who is in need, as much as the Bible itself indicates that andika bring the tithe andika mumba maMwari kuti musashayike chekudya, but vafundisi vemazuva ano variko vave nemari yacho kudhara that he can even provide the whole church nechikafu chacho. So ndikaona munhu pano pamvengevenge ari kuti handina mari yeschool fees yemwana, rather I'll take the tithe ndongomupawo iri an envelope ndoti Mwari this is my tithe but I'm blessing this person. That's what I'm trying to say. That's planting the seed yacho iyoyo mangwana mwana yeye kana mai vava karma is going to come back and come back to you. It's better to do that to the people than kuchechi.
Do you know kuti Zuva, maybe some of us could have been dead by now, but because of zvatinochira vamwe vanhu Mwari vakawedzera makore kurarama. Do you know that?
True, very true.
Exactly. A blessing doesn't have to be vanhu kunze kuti akabvisa chakati uyu saka blessing yake yauya here. No, it doesn't work like that. Makore kurarama, maybe I was supposed to have died last year, but Mwari vakati no, through the good deeds dzawaichirawo vanhu, I'm aging you 10 more years or 5 more years. Azvina vanhu vakawanda vanozviona handichiona. It's a blessing on its own. Maybe I was supposed to have had an accident in road driver, but Mwari vakandishilda. Ndafamba gore rese andinambosangana neaccident. Hakusi kungwara kana kugona kwangu. Pamwe ndio blessing yangu payakauya napo. Umwe munhu ane ari an experienced driver, ane 30 years achidriver Zuva, anorovera. Oita accident pakani pasina kana ibasa rese. Iwawa maybe wakatanga kudriver 10 years kana 5 years ago. Oita 2 years aunamboita kana accident kana scratch. Hakusi kugona. Ndo blessings dzacho idzodzo. So inini ndiri kutaura kuti vedu panyaya yemapastors ikai, let's be very much careful. Let's be very much careful panyaya yemapastors. Fugamai pasi. Anzina uyu I mail you mix up facts. All right Richard, thank you very much. I love you. Richard Koza. Garai pasi moverenga munzoti Bible rinoti kudii. Pastor, ini ndogona kuparidzirai pano mukatendeuka. Ndinokuparidzirai pano mukatendeuka singaiti. handiti maona asi ndapedza ndova neenguli yangu yekuti manje mari ngaichibuda mari yobuda so panyaya dzemari apa tiri kutsvaga mari tese guys. Stop relying on pastors. Stop putting all your faith and trust in pastors. Put your faith and trust in God only, the author and the finisher of your life. Mwari vakati nhasi. Yes. Mwari vakati nhasi upenyu hwako hunoguma zveshua. Pastor vanogona kuti upenyu hwako hunoguma ukasaguma. Saka put your trust in God, not in men. Because pastor vane guva ravo rakacherwawo kwamukunza rimaoko kunaini uko guzuva uko rakavamirira kupinda uko. But guva ramwari hakuna. Ndochokwadi. So yeah, panyaya dzevapo dzemari idzi guys. Kana unayo yako mari yakawanda uri kuda kunoblessa pastor chinovachengera bhutsu pamusoro pe100 pay dzavanadzo, it's okay. But wambotarisawo here mufamily mako kuti mune vangani vari kufamba nemagara ari kudyiwa neuku achoboniwa neuku panze vari kudawo bhurugwa kwete bhutsu $100 bhurugwa zvayo $5 vausina kutengera. Saka tanga watengerawo kahama yako iri kuda $5 iyi and then wozonopa hako pastor. Hazvirambidzwe kupa pastor but wapedza here iwewe pane vanhu vakakutenderedza wapedza here. For instance Zuva ndini pastor resimeli kudai uri kuona musoro wangu uyu uri kuda kudogadzikwa ndina mari mukandipawo mari yekugadzira musoro hanti munenge mandiblessa pane kunopa pastor vanaye kuti
Meli kutaura kwateta toda kugadzirwa musoro you have planted a seed handiti ndo networking yacho handiti unofanira kuisa phone number yako apa toipina unogona kukandirwa e-wallet sekutamba sekuseka ipapa e-wallet fair.
Exactly. Tine vakawanda vari kutoza kubhadhira maschool fees evana. Tine vakawanda vari kutoza vakafirwa nevarume chirikadzi. Makereke amazuva ano they don't cater for the orphans anymore. They don't look after the widows anymore. They look after their own needs. What about what the Bible says? Kuti tarisirai nerera, tarisirai chirikadzi. They don't do that anymore, Zuva. Kundoziva kuti kuchechi kwandaimbopinda ndisati ndaenda izuva ndakadzingwa Zuva. Ndakaita zvokudzingwa kunyoregwa tsamba kunoku kudzingwa. Mushure mokunge ndainesana navo vanga vaita mistake yekundisa leadership meeting. Saka leadership meeting ndainesana navo every day kuti mari iri kubviswa nevanhu yecharity iri kuenda kupi. Because tine machembere ari muno, tine mambuya ari muno, havasi kuwana anything. Mari chiri kuenda kupi? Mari zvinhu taitenga zvinhu magrocery toisa mustoreroom yechechi zvoifuma zvakabiwa. Saka indaizonopopota kuya kumeeting kumaleaders kuya kuti ko zvinhu zvakaintepi zvikanzi muZimbabwe kuda kutaurisa ndikatozonzi hakusi kuZimbabwe kunoku. Anditiwaona. Ndichibva ndati no problem. Ndichibva ndaudza vanhu. Plus pakazouya pastor vamwe vakanga vabva kuGhana uku vakadedzwa. Vauya kuGhana uku pastor vaya vakatenga kuprofita ini Zuva. Vakanditora mukati mechaunga vachita revival. Vakandiudza phone number yangu sezvairi. Uri kunzwa? Vakati I'm seeing you uchiita mari inotyisa uchigara. Ndikati mari ndagara ndinayo inondikwanira. I don't want to be told that. Ndoda results. I want to see results, not prophecies. Because even if you go to Esangoma today Zuva, n'anga inokuudza zvinhu zvinogona kuitika asi haati Mwari inema.
True. Chokwadi.
Anzi nasamanda semichibva aiwa ndisati ndakubva ndichiri pano imbotodzikama hako kuti flow ndichiri pano handina kwandiri kuinda not anytime soon. Itotora cheya ugare padhuze. Saka ndo zvazviripo izvo. Saka vanhu vedu wezivepo kuendesa mari dzenyu mari dziri kunetsa idzi. Please vanhu vari kutambura muchechi une right yekuti hanzi natendai ngachinda bandinti ndati handinti ndinogara pano.
Don't worry, usavateerera.
Saka ivava vanatendai vanhu ndo vana vapapa ava ndimuri kutengera vana mapasta mamota imi vana baba venyatomba netsoka iye mimi tikukuonai nokuti hamudi chokwadi. Ini chokwadi ndakuzokudzai pano nhasi and let the truth set you free. Handitika tengerai vana mai venyu mapatapata nemasiripazi kumusha uko nemazambia. Haikuda kuda kutengesera vana vatengera napasta malambogini imi usina kana bhasikoro kana huku. Handitika so please ngatiregei kuti hazvokufadza munhu tichitedza kufadza Mwari. Ngatifadzei Mwari please. Ndozvanoda kutaura nokuti Samantha semanga ndirova marimba. Zuva amene kuti ndacontribute
awapinda shamwari watiudza nema
asi vasandikanga mwewo panyaya yekuti inizvo so ndikutodawo mari please ndioneiwo please ndioneiwo
isa phone number yako apo unogona kupindirwa e-wallet ndiri serious
phone number Zuva angauye kuinbox kwangu
listen Meli kwete phone number yako chaiyo unoshandisa maniwe chimbudzi chacho chemaghost chiya
aiwa ngavauye kuinbox kwangu ka uyai kuinbox mundirangarirewo please ndirangarireiwo ndioneiwo
alright tsvaga chinamba chisina basa chinongotumirwa vanhu nema e-wallet man you never know
saka imi munoti ndibve panapa Zuva mabomuti abve Zuva mabomuti ngaabve muri kuti ndibve pano Zuva ngatanga abve neni ndigobvawo
handiko nasamantha wait Samantha ndokubuda kudzidzisa kuti tiri kwanzi Ndizo ari kutamba
handindi isai malive nemalex isamotoraramira malive nemalex ndovano tinobhadharisa rendi isai malive nemalex ndokuti ndindi
but I was business
Zuva chiedhawo vamwe but please ka aiwa nyaya yemapastors iri very sensitive vanhu takutya vanhu vari kutsvaga Mwari vanoda Mwari asi kokuenda vanhu vave confused havachazivi so please guys be very much careful bye bye
thank you dear bye
bye viewers Ritchar
bye Meli thank you. You know Zachi, people mazvanoka they are full of fear patakakura there was a I feel so free. I feel like taking off this wig as well. Ish. Right. Vanhu vakawanda takangokura tine ka behavior kamwe nhasi zvangu foni chadonha mukaona mumba mangu. Because I always fear kuenda pamucheno wemumba. That's my biggest fear, kuenda kukanda mapictures zvinokungukandwa vanhu vanosisime kukanda mapictures pamucheno wemumba. Ndikati ndinonanaigwa ndikazvirega. Regai, they already attack me for just being myself. So if I introduce these people ndikatumira mapictures emba mangu and then ndinoona mapictures I'm always copying people. I'm always I don't like kids gonna nemucheno wemba. You guys should visit that group. But I don't kachikanda my pictures emdzimba dzavo. Okay, so this is the first time I'm doing this from my lounge. So please it's because that room is hot. Zuva rakana rakuda sore rakatarisa pa screen, so that's why. So please let me add another person. The last person, data is quite data battery rakupera. Let me add Richard Koza. I think Richard Koza wants to talk about tithing. Ndambona comment yake. Iyo namba ya Meli. Komuisirewo ka e-wallet Meli anogadzirwa musoro. Unoita mari musoro wako Meli. Sazokandawo zvema musoro wemaslay queen. Musoro wemaslay queen unosvika na 7,000 ka. Musoro wako
Ndebzuwa.
Ndeipi?
What is it?
Ndiripo. Talk to me. No, satakangukura chechi kuti munhu anofanira kuenda chechi. If everything else munhu anofanira kuenda chechi kachijairira ikako.